Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime.
From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, Wes, Adam, Daron on the beat. Downtown Mount Sterling, where the fans all meet. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat.
Hey everybody, welcome into another episode of From Corner to Corner.
Close-up edition.
Coach's Corner. We kind of left the lapel mics over at the high school, so we're going old school here. Don't point at me. I was not the last on duty Saturday night, so Anyways, episode 378.
I was just worried the Rumpke truck was going to cover up Wes's face.
No.
Just the Indian. So, episode 378. This is games January 4th through January 10th. So, week 5 of basketball is in the books now, and we're still rolling along. So, let's do a little bit of rundown here in our Rumpke week that was. Bath boys only had one game this week on the basketball court. They were 0-1. Bath girls 1-2 this week. They did win in the second round of the 2A, but lost in the third round. So
the championship game of their,
was that
of their,
was that the
section.
championship?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So, but that was a good run for them, right?
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
GRC boys 3-0.
You kind of said, you kind of predicted. We've seen Estill County play, and I think they'll beat them. Sure enough.
Yeah, it was closer than I thought it was going to be, though. Because that one shocked me a little bit, but they did win that game. GRC boys 3-0 on the week, now 11-3 on the season, and they had a big win against Frederick Douglass at Douglass.
True road game.
Yeah. I don't know what you said prior to that. I don't know what Red Drum was. But
I kind of just jammed everything together real quick.
We was talking about fishing before the show. Maybe that's what it was. You was thinking Red Drum. GRC girls 1-1. So they're now 8-2 on the season.
Yeah. The one loss was number 1 versus number 2, Assumption versus them, and it went to triple overtime. So,
well, I knew it was Assumption. We saw Assumption in the her name.
That's right.
And man, they were impressive.
Yeah.
And I that was one of those games I kind of was like, I would have drove to watch them play if we could have. That I knew that would be a good game, and it probably won't be the last time they play this year.
I would agree.
So, Menifee boys 0-2 last week. Menifee girls were 0-2 last week. They fall to 7-5. They lost to Raceland in the All-A.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little bit of a surprise.
Doesn't help that it was on Raceland's home court.
Right, definitely not. So they had won that the last couple of years in a row. Let's see. Moco boys 0-2. They had a tough week. Couple of real tough opponents.
Real tough.
In Henry, was it Henry Clay?
No.
They
played
Station.
Station.
And then that
Princeton, Ohio.
That Princeton, Ohio team, they had freaking 5-star athletes on the floor. So
I'm pretty sure they play in the G League.
I mean,
that's not a high school basketball team.
Daron was telling me that the first basket was scored in 1.2 seconds, so off the tip. So, and it was 19-0 before we scored. So
1.2 seconds, and there was a pass in there.
Right. So long game that night. Moco girls 1-1, improved to 8-4 on the season. And then I think now it's time that we're getting into, I'd say Regions is coming up with our bowling. Both the boys and girls won their mini tournaments on senior night. So that's an awesome way to go out on the home floor. And then the boys finished third in the Patriot tournament over in Danville that was hosted by Lincoln County. and then the girls fell short in the quarterfinals. And then Mason Hatfield was named to the all-tournament team. We've heard his name a lot this year.
By the way, we probably need to say congratulations to, help me.
Sturgill?
Sarah
Sturgill.
Sarah Sturgill. She committed to play at Midway also.
Yeah.
Pipeline.
Pipeline, right. Yeah, that's 2 bowlers for Midway, right?
So on the podcast page, I liked the college,
the Midway page.
Thank you. The Midway bowling page. They've got their own Facebook page. Well, I mean, they're live at all their meets. So about every other day, I'll get on there and be like, well, they're live on there. So come next year, you'll probably be able to watch Mr. Carty and Mr. Sturgill, Miss Sturgill, bowl next year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know Midway had a bowling team,
Right.
and they've taken 2 of our seniors this year.
Right.
So that's always awesome on that part of it there for sure. So, but like I said, I'd say regions probably will be this week. I haven't seen that announcement. I've kind of been looking. I don't think there's any other tournaments though, because being
We'll
senior
find out.
night, but
True.
there might be another one this week, but I don't think so. I think they go to regions, and then it's just try to survive in advance there to get to state, and so yeah, that's what we
don't
did
want
there.
don't want to forget cheerleaders went to state competition this last weekend. Montgomery County cheerleaders came in tied for 4th. First time they've been on the floor, have been able to go to the floor to see where they placed since I think 2015 when they were runners up. So did very well there. And then GRC cheerleaders, they ended up in the top 10 of state. So
Yeah.
2 pretty good showings.
And Madison Central won.
Yep.
And you grabbed them Saturday and got a photo with them.
Right.
And got all kinds of love from the Feldhouses on
That's right.
Facebook. So that was pretty cool.
They are a machine, let me tell you. They walked in, and she said 2 words, and they lined up, and I was flabbergasted. And they brought their banner in straight from competition to the sidelines.
Yeah. Yeah. And, talking about a machine, that basketball team is a machine.
Yeah, Jake Feldhouse is real good.
He was fun to watch.
My goodness.
So, he did whatever
If
he
he's
wanted
not
to do out there
dunking
on the
straight
floor.
away over somebody, he just steps to the side and reverse dunks it.
Yeah.
He did like 8 or 9 dunks.
The drive
It was
down the
nuts.
baseline with the reverse 360
Yeah.
was so easy. It was like he didn't even try.
And if you, I'll save that. I'm going to put that clip out because there's a really fantastic clip that we caught from our new guy, Matthew Cole, and it's a really good call. So just watch our Facebook page here in the next little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. So, all right, well, that was our Rumpke week that was, and we're going to take our quick commercial and say thanks to some of our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to be with new Montgomery County football coach, Joe Chirico, and his staff. So we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at Rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering. We're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, 1 voice, 1 goal to lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling made, where the love runs deep.
Do I need to look at you guys? Where do I need to look here?
Wherever you, just you know, your hand,
What do I do?
Right. All right, we are back here with Coach Chirico. He has with him also offensive coordinator Jordan Ray, DC coordinator Matt Chandler, and assistant coach Braden Chirico. So, guys, thank you all for joining the show on this frigid Monday night.
I have to read a comment before we get started.
Already? We already got comments?
Well, this one will pertain to you.
Oh.
Because it says, Alicia Poole, love the Bears gear, Sean. I knew there was a reason we were friends.
I mean, winners are going to win. I felt like it was a winning kind of combination tonight with him coming. So, why not wear the winner stuff?
It's a good thing they got a new coach that showed them how to win.
Yeah. I actually haven't taken this off since Saturday night. So, I slept in it. So, if I stink, I'm sorry.
What was the Saturday Night Live skit? Go Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears.
The Bears.
When the game was over with, I actually shared a GIF out of me sitting there doing that because that's kind of the way it was that night. That's for sure.
I can confirm the Bears hoodie did go to church and Mexican on Sunday. So I do believe he has not taken it off.
Yeah. My wife was like, "You're going to wear a hoodie to church?" And I was like, yeah. Did you not watch that game last night? The Lord needs to know what he did.
I love the support.
Yeah. So my whole life of 40 years of failure, I don't know what it's like to win. I have to just celebrate it. So it's awesome. It's awesome.
So, Coach.
Yes.
We've had you on a couple of times before, but you are our new Montgomery County football coach. So for the people of Montgomery County, give us a little history of how you got into coaching, kind of the where you've been and what you're bringing to the table.
Well, I got into coaching as an assistant back in '96 in Paintsville because some alumni from Marshall that played at Marshall, I moved into town and they were like, "Hey, you got to help us coach." And I'm newly married, got a daughter on that just was born. And so I started out just being an assistant coach. And I love being an assistant. It was a great time for me. Being an assistant gives you a little more freedom than being the head coach. So, but that's how I got into it, just by alumni saying, "Hey, you need to do this." And we all talk about this all the time. The game of football or any sport, it's about paying it forward. So someone gave it to me. It's my responsibility to give it to someone else so they can keep the game alive and keep going forward. So that's as far as me getting into coaching, as far the head coach, I wasn't trying to be the head coach. It was kind of Coy Salmons, the superintendent. We spent a month and a half trying to find a coach for Paintsville High School in 2013, and we got late in May, and he's like, "You got to do it." I said, "I don't know that I can. I work outside the school." He said, "We'll make it work, whatever we got to do," and it just happened to work out, and that's how I got into being the head coach, was just by trying to find someone to be the head coach at Paintsville. Nobody would take the job, and nobody saw what I felt like could be at Paintsville. Mm-hmm. And I have that same feeling here. I don't make predictions. I don't do anything like that. But the support here and the love that my family and I have seen and been shown, just there's great things on the horizon for us here in Montgomery County, for my family, for my assistants, for everyone. And what that looks like, time will tell. But it ain't going to be from a lack of work and grinding at it. I hope I've answered your question.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And it's always good to be able to have a coach that's has seen and been to that highest level at the KHSAA level. I mean, you took Paintsville to the state title, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was
2020.
2020, yeah. So
we went in 2019, got kind of, embarrassed by Pikeville because we didn't, it was my fault. We didn't play the way we should have played and got beat like 50-7 or 50-0. I mean, they came out, jumped on us. The game was lopsided, but it truly was a benchmark that we stood on through all of the spring and moving into 2020. And our kids bought into that. But all my staff that's with me, 90% of them have won a state title or played in a semifinal game.
Nice.
And it's, as you just said, it's good for people to know what that experience is and what it takes to get there. And the hard work of it takes a lot from our wives' standpoint and parents' standpoint and the kids and administration. It's just everybody pulling the rope together. And I'm not making a prediction for that, but we're going to work and try to achieve to be the best we can be every single week.
So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you come in taking over a team that lost 23 seniors.
Yeah.
So we know right off the bat you're going to have a young team.
Right.
Building, you've got, I'm sure middle school guys are going to be rolling up and stuff like that. So it's kind of a perfect storm for you to be coming into a situation where you do have some younger guys that you can kind of build up in the Joe Chirico way, rather than coming into a group of old dogs, new tricks type of atmosphere. So, what's your thoughts on the youth on that part of it?
Well, we've got some plans for that. We're gonna do some youth camps and some young kid Sunday afternoon, like kind of, what's the word, just kind of a day training stuff that we're going to try to do to get kids acclimated to the way we talk, to the way we do things, the drill work we do. And it's not that there's more than one way to skin a cat, but we have our way, and that's what we like to do. So try to train those guys before they get into spring ball, or those 8th graders can't come till June or July, right? So you've got 3 or 4 months there where they're not in football, but we're going to try to make sure we touch those kids. And I'm not scared to play freshmen at all. My whole career that I've been a head coach, the best guys got to play. It doesn't matter the age. So everybody starts fresh year in and year out. So I'm excited.
I mean, if you have a freshman and you don't play them just because they're a freshman and they're a good football player, you're only hurting yourself and your team, right?
Right. Our challenge is to have freshman, sophomore, JV games, whatever you call that. Now they call it Frostmore and all this and that. But once we see the roster and see what we can do, then we've got a plan for our JV/Frostmore games. But if you're a freshman and you can play on varsity, you've got, as you said, you got to play. But some of those, there's been times, multiple times throughout my head coaching career, we've had guys that'll play the JV game and play the varsity game on Friday night, because reps matter, but it's quality reps, what you can get done in a week's time.
So philosophy-wise, what do you bring to the table? We've seen the hashtag out there, we not me.
Right.
And so what are you trying to get across to them, other than just fundamentals in football and everything? What are you trying to get to your players, philosophy-wise, football-wise, but also with the hashtag that we've seen out there?
I challenge my guys to walk it, not just talk it. The we not me, the servant leadership part of that is, help somebody else get better, and you'll find success, not just in football, but in life. And that's kind of, we want to be the best we can be to mold these young men Because 10 years from now, we'll find out how good we did. Did we do a good job as a football coach? Are they a great dad? Are they a good father? Are they a good husband? You know, are they doing things in the community to help the community grow? That's when you find out. So that's kind of the philosophy of we're just trying to build better men. And not that parents don't do a good job. I'm not trying to say that. But we sometimes spend as much time with these young men as parents do. I see them more than I see my own children. Most of the time, my wife will tell you that, you know. So, and I've got a great wife that supports me in all these things that we do. And, but that's kind of what we're trying to do is build better men at the end of the day.
You understand the responsibility that you have with those young men in your care, you know, and it quality leadership, quality time, you know, things like that matter, especially in today's society. These kids, they battle things that we didn't have to deal with when we were in high school, because, you know, we had bullies and stuff back then, but now you got social media and all that stuff plays into it, and you have a lot of kids that thinks more of it's a me, not we thing, right? The opposite of what your thought process is, and trying to get the kids on that team-oriented type of path is a challenge in today's games. Because
everything they do is instant gratification. They can get on Google and find any answer. When I'm, you know, growing up in the 70s and 80s, when I grew up, it was you found out through the library, or you asked, you know, you had to find out the hard way.
Or you believed your grandpa's stories.
Right. Well, and that was, you're right.
Only now did you find out that grandpa was lying to you the whole time.
My grandfather let me drive when I was like 10 years old on the interstate. So that doesn't happen anymore, but that's what happened for me. Yeah. So.
I know Adam would want to be here because he's already been here saying something about, unfortunately, he's from Logan, West Virginia.
It's a great town.
And he said, of course, he went to Tulsa for high school. He said probably friends with Mark Hatcher.
Oh, my God. That's my best friend. Hatcher's awesome.
So, I know Adam would want to be here. And Adam, hey, if you're still on, you know, throw some questions out there. So introduce your two assistant coaches you brought with you, and we'll go from there.
Both of these guys came with me from Paintsville. They jumped off the cliff with me, and they were like, "Hey, yeah, we'll go." So Matt Chandler, who's the defensive coordinator, and Jordan Ray, who's the offensive coordinator, guys that have really they're like brothers to me. They have bought into everything that we're trying to do as a football team, and they emulate that. And you know, I'm only as good as the guys I surround myself with, and they're very smart, and they do the little things that people probably don't pay attention to.
Didn't you say assistant coach? Braden Chirico?
Oh yeah,
he just left you out. He's like, I see him all the time.
No, I did not mean. He's the assistant head coach. He's really the head coach. He keeps me in line more times than not, because he will tell me, "Hey, Dad, you got this, you got to," and he'll send a text while I'm driving for me. He does a lot. He really is. That's my rock. My why is that guy right there. So I didn't want to be emotional on corner to corner.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Sean does it all the time.
Yeah, I cry like a baby. What are you talking about?
Braden swore he wasn't going to be on camera or talk, and here Wes calls him straight.
No. If he's going to sit down there, he's going to be on the show.
Exactly. I turned 50 last month, so my emotions have been crazy for the last several weeks. So
that doesn't happen in men.
Sean's going through
some stuff.
I got you.
Braden, do you mind me asking you a question?
No, you're good.
I mean, he talks about the weave. I mean, does he bring that home somewhat? I mean, is it like you take a lot of that, you know, and build it in with your life, and is there also times you're like, okay, Dad, let's dial it back a bit.
He always makes me be the servant leadership.
Gotcha.
Makes me put others above myself and
Gotcha.
help others be better every day.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
And you're out there on the field with them all the time because I would see you all out there in practices and stuff like that. So you're involved with these football teams.
I just got to keep everybody in line. Keep everybody calm.
Matt, we'll start with you. Been coaching with Coach Chirico, as he said, since Paintsville. Yep. So I know you've, do a lot, continue a lot of the philosophies that he's trying to do. But, defensively, what are you bringing to the game and what do you want these kids to see?
So, we base our defense on being fast, physical, and smart. Mm-hmm. That's really what we want to keep perpetuating and building on, knowing our alignment, knowing our assignment, and being able to execute it at a violent rate and being consistent with that.
And a violent rate means, yes, football is a violent game, but it has to be that way if you're going to be successful.
Just like the DC at Oregon says, we're going from A to B as violently as we can. That's what we want to do on the defensive side. We live the mantra of just snap it again, make them snap it again, defend every blade of grass on the field, and just bide our time and pounce on any opportunity that we get to punch the ball out or intercept it or turn them over. 3 and outs are great, and we can compound all those, and we'll get the ball to Coach Ray and sit back and enjoy the show, so to speak. But
so making that move from Paintsville, are you in the school system, or what? I know Jordan is, but
no. So no, I'm outside the school. I do some work for Columbia Gas, so that gives me the latitude to be with these guys on a regular basis. But no, I'm not an educator.
There you go.
Matt's a lawyer by trade.
I'm licensed in the state of West Virginia and Kentucky. So if anybody's heard it, no fault of their own, call me. I just throw a free plug in there.
Just in case we ever get another cease and desist letter. Yeah. We know a guy.
You know a guy.
Yeah, that's right. So a funny story is how I met Coach Chirico and these guys. I graduated law school with one of his assistants at Paintsville. So Coach Runyon, he and I graduated law school together. At the time, my now wife's son was playing for Joe, and I was kind of like, well, I might want to get into coaching. I thought I wanted to be a strength and conditioning coach. So that's how I started my career as his strength and conditioning coach in 2018, and it was through that connection of Coach Runyon, who we went to law school with. And I think at that time we had 3 attorneys on the staff in Paintsville, Coach Runyon, myself, and Coach Pugh. So we had all the bases covered. So we'd keep everybody out of trouble. Somebody got in trouble, we'd try to get them out, and if somebody got injured, we'd sue. So we had all the bases covered at that point.
That's fantastic. So, Jordan, you're the what role did you take? I know you're teaching the strength and conditioning and stuff there, but are you like PE or what are you doing?
So I am doing credit recovery for 3 periods and then 2 periods of football weightlifting.
Credit recovery. Mm-hmm. That's a class.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Could you explain credit recovery for us?
Oh, yeah. I'm new into the role. I have a special education background.
Okay.
But credit recovery is for a student who is short of credits of graduating high school. They could be put in there for a duration of time, semester, 2 semesters, or, to my understanding, I could be saying this wrong, I believe I have some students who are taking college classes and just kind of need a place-holding room to complete the work. So,
gotcha.
Nothing to do with actual credit. I was totally like,
I was going.
You heard it.
I was going like freecreditreport.com.
I'm not a math guy either. I don't think I can do that.
That makes way more sense. Yeah. I was like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
So I mean, Jordan, Adam did a spotlight on you on our webpage about a year ago or so, or something like that. So, kind of showing offensive mindset. So, What is your offensive mindset? What is? I mean, I don't want to give away too many secrets.
Well,
I understand
like to
that.
run the ball a lot.
That would
Did
be
you watch
true.
the Miami Hurricanes play in the playoffs?
Uh-huh.
What did you notice about them?
Physical. They run the ball. They pass the ball.
Time of possession
Time of
was
possession, yeah.
triple.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
They violently get from A to B. That's what
Exactly.
That philosophy carries over to offense too. A physical mindset. We're a spread RPO team, I would say, so to speak, but we're really going to mold our offense to fit whatever personnel we have.
Sure.
Right.
And a wise man once told me that two things that don't last in November are dogs that play in traffic and teams that can't run the football. So at the end of the day, we're gonna try to establish a run game.
Let me
That's a
clarify. Let me clarify something. You know, we're going to throw the football. We want to be 50-50.
Yes.
Every team, you know, but it's what the opportunity at the moment provides itself, right?
absolutely.
And so if this game turns out that we're running the ball 40%, but we're throwing the ball 60% or 70-30, we want to be as 50-50 as we possibly can be. And year to year, like you said earlier in this podcast, we don't know. We haven't seen the Jimmys and Joes just where we can work what we have to work with. Does that make sense? So just to clarify what Jordan said, we're going to throw the ball down the field and
100%.
stretch them vertically if we can. You know. So,
Well, and you know, I mean, we watched you guys play several at your former school a few times this past year, and the one thing you noticed is like did a really good job of taking advantage of your running back matchups. I mean, when you average 9-10 yards a carry, I mean, hell, why wouldn't you run it?
Right.
But the thing about it is you had the quarterback that could take advantage of that when you wanted to throw it. So,
Yes.
I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. Take advantage of what's given to you.
Yes,
you know?
100%.
But like you said, you don't know what you got yet. So,
right. And
you know.
and being opportunistic in football is, you know, what's the defense giving you? What's the offense trying to take away from the defense? You know, we think in terms of that. What, you know, when we're game planning and we've got a week to prepare for whatever school. So that's part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, no, you're good.
Help you.
Oh, you're good.
You ready? All right, we're going to take our first commercial, and we will be back here in just a minute.
If you're driving by and see that light, stop on in, get your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign. Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body will make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, We're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Helping folks see clear behind the wheel. In our hometown, heroes take the field and shine. They're right there cheering every single time. Proud sponsor, heart and soul combined. Montgomery County's got vision on the rise. Yeah.
All right, we are back here with Coach Chirico and the new Montgomery County football coaching staff, talking a little bit of Moco football action. So, what was the announcement, the 7-on-7 thing that I saw that you threw out there?
Darren.
Well, Sean don't give me time to do
Right.
I'm sorry.
I literally just downloaded.
Go ahead, talk about
that
it.
you had that.
Go ahead and talk about it. We'll put it up
You
there
got
in a
a
second.
graphic for that or something?
I just took your graphic and I was going to put it up on the screen here while you talked about it a little bit.
My apologies, sir. I did not. I literally just kind of hit me in the head going, I knew it was something. So is that kind of taking the, that's not taking the place of the steak and bean bowl, is it? Or
No, not at all. So that
There you
is in July, I think the 17th.
Yes.
We invite teams to come and play 7-on-7 during that first week of July. Obviously, July 10th, football officially gets rolling, right? And teams go all over the state and play 7-on-7. Well, what we do, it's a kind of a fundraiser for us. We invite these teams. We don't charge them $1. Come play in a tournament type atmosphere. It's round robin. You play 3 games, and then you play pool play, and then you'll have a tournament. And we've had as high as Coach Ray can answer this, 37 teams or 32?
I think it's 32.
32 teams at that have came to that event, and I think we have 11. How many we got signed up right now?
We have 12 so far.
12 so far in the first week that it's been out. A lot of guys have they like it because it doesn't cost them $1.
Yeah.
They can come and participate against schools from Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, wherever, and it's a great event. And the Steak and Bean Bowl is during the springtime.
That's spring, yeah.
Yeah. And that'll be when we.
So this is happening basically right
before dead period?
Right after dead period.
Right after,
and
yes.
just something that you all put out there to get the competitive juices going. Because, I mean, practice is practice.
Right.
This is, being able to see somebody across from you and having some competition.
Right. And it's more about, getting your coverages lined out from the defensive standpoint, getting the routes lined out from the offensive standpoint for our pass game and stuff like that, and making sure our guys know that we're competing and we're going to go try to win or do whatever while we're doing that. Sometimes I take it as a practice, not as a game, because who cares who wins? Not making light of it, but it's 7-on-7. We're just want to be competitive and go fight through the whole thing.
Is this a several day event, or like you trying to knock this
One
out
day.
in
One day.
Wow.
One day.
Okay.
We'll have teams playing on 6 fields that we have over there. We'll break it down, and the players, some of our we got to get volunteers to be referees and all that for the games, and it's a great event. Come volunteer, be a referee for 7-on-7. Love to have y'all.
You don't want him to be a
Oh, I
referee.
love it. I
He
love it.
complains about the referees more.
Well,
You know what? That might be good for
That
you.
would be. Wear
Is
the
it-
hat
Be
for
the
a while.
referee and be
Yes.
on that other side
Yes.
and get some stripes on you and
Yeah.
then be
I
like,
didn't see no hold.
Well,
Is it full field?
no, it's basically the 40-yard line in, and the rules break down. It's 40 to 20.
Yes.
And 20 to goal line is
Yeah,
4 and 4
4 to
plays.
score,
So you get a
yes.
first down at the 20, and then you have 4 plays to score. And there's some 2-point conversion numbers that go into that you can take it from the 1 yard line or the 5 and
So
get
you
one
can
or two.
literally run both ends at the same time.
Right.
Yes.
We're gonna play 2 games at one time.
Yeah.
On that field, we'll play on the grass field over there around the track. We'll play 2 games over there at the same time, and hopefully up at the moon up there, that'll be ready to run some games up there. There's big enough room for 2 fields up there that we can do 7-on-7 up there. So that's 6 fields that will be going, just starting at 9 a.m. I think the coaches' meeting's at 8.
Yes.
And the teams start playing, tip it off at 9 a.m. And it goes all day till it's finished.
I want to see one game go 100 yards, and that's the game Sean's going to reference. Because I want to see him run from one to
I got you. It'll never happen. I won't make it. You said no cost to the teams and stuff, but it's a fundraiser. So how do we raise money for this?
So we have concessions that we'll sell at multiple locations. I've still got to figure out the logistics of that, and we charge admission to the parents that come. We also have a big man challenge going on at that same time. So these teams that bring skill guys, the linemen and guys they want to participate in the big man challenge can win that as well. So we're going to participate in both. Was it about 90% of the teams participate in both?
I believe all 12 so far are signed up.
I'm talking about
in years past.
Yes. In years past.
Yes.
Yep. So we have a big man challenge going there.
So what's the big man challenge?
Speak on that a little bit, you guys that lift the weights.
It's more of a weightlifting style competition. There's some strongman style competition where you got some bench pressing, some sled pushing, and
tire flips,
and it's all like team oriented. So you've got to be able to work as a cohesive unit along your offensive defensive line. Traditionally, who those guys are participating in, and who aren't out running around on the 7-on-7 in pass coverage.
Yeah.
Anybody that's not in pass coverage is usually
on those.
on
We just want them to, to compete as well when we're doing something like that. I don't want people standing around a lot. So having a big man challenge, they know they're important. The O-line, D-line are the most important. They don't get the credit they deserve in the game of football regularly. So I want them to know how important that is.
That's really cool.
77's, a little bit different, but what can you all take from it as a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator? What can you all take from that, on a 77 level?
You want to go ahead? You got it.
From the defensive side, it's more so eye discipline, in my opinion, from the defensive backs perspective. There's a lot of stuff flying around, and it's early into the deal where your guys are getting to go against guys in other jerseys. So it's not, Joe and I have been practicing against each other. I know exactly what Joe's going to do when he comes off the line. Now I'm going against, we have teams that's won Ohio State championships, Kentucky State championships. So you're seeing quality opponents come off the line, how they run routes, and how the route combinations kind of marry together. And then you can kind of expose the kids that, may have not have seen that before. You can say, all right, that's a good teaching opportunity. But it's more so getting those competitive juices flowing from the defensive side.
Is it something where you all have multiple teams, or do you if you see somebody being like, okay, let's take them out and put somebody else in for.
So we'll, based on our numbers, we'll try to get as many teams, air quote teams.
I got you.
We'll try to, get the kids as many reps as possible.
I got you.
I mean, that's so. Ideally, you can have 1 or 2 teams going at the same time. So we'll have maybe a blue and a white team.
Gotcha.
And they're just getting all kinds of reps where maybe he's coaching from the defensive side. He's coaching one, I'm coaching one, and we're kind of making sure all the kids are getting reps and that exposure to it.
Are they timed games or to a score, or how?
They're timed.
It's 20-minute running.
20 in pool play is 20-minute running clocks, and then
so whoever has the highest score after
wins.
20 minutes wins.
Yeah.
Give your perspective on 7-on-7 from the offense.
Right. Yep.
Offensively, it allows us to get with our quarterbacks and work on timing with all of our quick game concepts, drop back concepts, and our pocket moves. It also allows for our receivers to see, like Coach Chandler said, we get to see live competition. And me personally, I love the competitive side of it because early on you get to see what your guys, how their juices flow, how they react in high pressured moments, because it's the first week of practice. We don't have any pads on. It's in the hottest time of the summer. You're going to see who competes.
And the thing that we talk about a lot is not the score. It's the process.
Yes.
And the effort. You know, we talked at the parent meeting about we don't coach effort. It's just efforts between you and you. Ray Lewis said that. I love that quote. You know, we want to see who's going to go compete when, you know, and that's a big thing.
You bring the parent meeting up. You know, was there a good turnout at the parent meeting, and you know, everybody just show their excitement at that parent meeting?
I thought it went well. I thought it went great. You know, I was a little nervous. I'll be quite honest, just because every time you speak to a new audience, it's a little, but we got loosened up, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a great turnout. We had 62 players there. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
And parents. So at the end of it, we took questions, and it was just, I'm open. We talked about, you want to ask me a question, I'm good with it. I don't talk about kids' playing time with parents.
Right.
Kids can talk about it all they want. We can have meetings and figure it out. Sometimes that's the hardest part is you ask the question, do you want the answer? You know, and what you've got to do to be better. And that grind of it is truly on.
And a lot of that goes back to your effort, right? You can't teach effort. You cannot teach it.
No,
it's
hard.
It's one of those
It's
things.
not
You either
impossible.
have it or you don't.
Right.
But 62's got to be encouraging. You
Very.
know, and you know, the very first meeting, hey, we're going to have it this day, and then 62 show up. I mean, that's going to be encouraging.
Very.
Yeah.
I think there was several kids that weren't able to be there because of basketball, I think, that was going on. And, you know, it was very, very encouraging. I'm excited about it.
Gotcha. I do have a question from Adam. He wanted me to ask you, when you're trying to establish culture, what is the first thing you try to establish?
It's a great question. Is just falling back on lead by example. Mm-hmm. I'm going to show them. They're going to show them what it looks like. And today, kids want to see it. The words are the words, but you got to walk it. You got to talk it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Just saying, "Hey, do this." You got to show them how it's supposed to be.
I've heard a couple of chatters where Coach has actually gotten out there and ended up showing them this is the way you've got to do it, whether it's outrunning some of them or.
Well, I love to compete myself. So, sometimes I get in the mix in that, but because if kind of the switch flip for me in 19 was, if I'm going to make a punishment because we didn't do A, well, I'm coaching that, so I'm going to buy into that same thing. If we've got to do 50 burpees, I'm going to do those 50 with them. You know, if we're running, you know, this or that, I'm going to take ownership of it and show them I'm not above anything. And I will be the first to admit when I make a mistake. I'm that guy, because they have to see that we're real and that we're not perfect. None of us are, and we're going to make bonehead calls, and I'll be the first to own up to it. Hey, that was on me. You know, that's part of growing up. You know, you got to be willing to say, "Hey, I'm wrong. This was my fault." So.
And he pulls you two with him, right?
100%.
Jordan's like, yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
They're on the road, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure sometimes what end, but we're there.
He'll take you places.
Yeah.
So, building a culture and, leading by example and kind of rolls into, you're showing these players how to play, how to be a better person, whatnot. That kind of rolls into parents seeing that, parents talking and into the community, and then it just should roll right down the line to other parents with younger kids and whatnot. So, obviously, you just said earlier you were had a meeting with the Parks and Rec here, and talking about youth, trying to get youth football and this culture kind of being built even further down the line.
Man, that was a great turnout. Phil Gross organized it. We had 14 people show up to be supportive and work our plan together of what we're trying to do and build for the youth programs here in Montgomery. It's amazing. And I'll stand on this. If enough people care, anything's possible, anything in life. And I know they get tired of hearing me say that, but I believe that with all my heart. And we've got a good process going, and we're going to grow that. And we're going to get out to all the grade schools, K through 5s, and speak to all the football players, pass out some flyers, do some things to get everybody excited. I think we have a flyer getting ready to hit that K through 5, is that right, or K through 8? What is that on the flyer?
K through 8.
K through 8.
So I mean, we can actually, you shared that with us. We can actually bring that up here real quick and kind of show everybody what that flyer is going to be looking like when he does come.
And I mean, we just basically got our youth program kind of kicked back onto football last year, right?
Yeah, it was really good to talk about this, and then we'll get into that one here in just a little bit. But I mean, that's
a cool looking Indian mascot, by the way.
Yeah, well, we had some help on that.
Yeah, yes.
But I mean, so flyer looking something like this, and then so soon you all will have sign-ups for flag football.
Yes,
spring flag football.
Yeah, and we're going to do that on a Sunday, and we're going to, the structure of it, I'm going to let Jordan speak on it a little better. He's a little more versed in the formalities of it we spoke about last night, but tell him how that's going to work out on Sundays.
So I think we're going to kind of adopt the NFL Flag League rules over in Lexington that happen at Frederick Douglass. We're going to practice 30 to 45 minutes on a Sunday after church. That way anybody can be there, and then we'll play the games immediately after the practices. And then that way it doesn't interfere with spring soccer, spring baseball. We want multi-sport athletes all over Montgomery County. And I think Sunday would be the best day, is what we all were talking about last night.
Well, Sundays are for football.
Well, that's true. The Bears.
And we want everybody to participate, right? We want all levels of this because you got to have fun playing the game of football. Mm-hmm. And it starts early on, the fun part. And we emphasized that last night. Winning, I'm all about winning. I'm all about that. But making sure little Joe and little Matt and little Jordan have fun playing it when they're young, so they can see the enjoyment in it. And that's kind of the way that's going to be. Is we're going to play. I think we can play 3 games on the football. We could play 6 games at one time, right? Using both fields.
Yes, potentially 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, you just creating, like you said, fun, but the excitement. I'm getting ready to get to play football. It's not, and like Sean said there a minute ago, we haven't had they had done some flag football, but we haven't had youth football in Montgomery County for a hot minute. And then this last season, they were able to get together a 3rd and 4th grade and a 5th and 6th grade tackle, which believe me, helps get those kids excited about football, gets them a little bit more experience with tackling and tackle football. But this going all the way down to kindergarten lets these kids know, hey, you can come out and do this too, and it's fun and it's exciting.
Yeah, they'll have a lot of fun. The one thing I stress this, I want kids to play every sport that they can play: football, basketball, soccer, golf, whatever you want to play it, because you only get one shot at the high school, junior high, whatever. Experience them all, because I think that well-rounded athlete serves better at the end of the day. I was a two-sport guy. I played football and basketball, thought I was a basketball star at Logan High School, and ended up playing college football, So, but I truly believe in that. Play every sport you can play and be great in all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Adam always talks about that component. I mean, both his little boys played constantly. I mean, they play everything that they can play, and you hear coaches all the time talk about it. It's like different muscles, different sports.
Right.
The more that you can do, the healthier you can make your body and stuff like that.
We've had coaches on here also before that just said, look, they only have a certain amount of time to play sports. I mean, the younger you can get them, the longer they can play sports. But once you get to that high school senior, there's a small amount of them that are able to go to that next level. God bless them, because that is a blessing that very few of them get to get. And if you get that chance, take it, and if you want to, take it and play at that next level. But once you get to that high school senior, there's a lot of them that don't get to play that anymore. So have fun with it and do as many things as you want to, or you can, leading up to that time.
Yeah. And be as great as you possibly can be at anything you do, and give max effort. Great things happen when you give max effort,
And another thing we've told a lot of people here is, everybody wants to play D1 basketball or D1 football or D1 baseball, whatever. But when it comes to going to college, you go where the money is. If somebody's willing to give you a full ride and an education, go for it. It don't matter if it's NAIA or what.
There's no shame in playing at college level any way you want to look at it. So.
I heard this great comment about D1. Everybody gets hung up on that. But when you get to post that D1 graphic, that's the easiest part you'll have, because college football, and I'm speaking from experience, it is a job. It is a full-time job, and they limit the window now. You have 2 hours or whatever for practice, but that doesn't go into the weightlifting that you do in the morning, the study hall you have to go to, the meetings you have to attend. All those things add up, and they're 12-hour days. And college football is great, and it's amazing. Do it if you can, but don't get caught up on Division I, because there are great players at every university. Wherever you go, there's going to be a guy standing beside you who was a dog at his school in that sport. No matter what level it is, it doesn't matter. They were the guy. So you got to think in terms of that.
Well, that comes from Nelson Ferris, who is still the Bourbon County baseball head coach, was my brother's coach in high school. And, my brother was good enough. He had D1 offers, but they were like a 20%, 10% scholarship.
Right.
He went to Lindsey Wilson at a private institution and paid $250-something for a 4-year communications degree.
That's awesome.
All he had to do was write letters to the people giving the grants.
I love it.
But everybody kept asking, well, why didn't he go play D1? He had an offer from Florida. Yep, sure did. For room and board. They didn't even offer tuition. They just offered room and board.
Wow.
So, 2 questions before we start to wrap up. Weightlifting already, as soon as you got in, already started, everything, they're hitting it hard and going with it.
very refreshing to see the work ethic that our kids are putting forth to it.
Yeah.
They work really hard. They don't complain. They don't blame. They just go to work. And, all the assistant coaches that have been in the weight room, that's the one positive thing is we're like, they want to work, and it's refreshing to be a part of.
The other thing I was going to say was, so I guess spring practice starts March. April.
So what we try to do is push that as far as we can down the road.
Okay.
Because of weather. And, spring football, you have 15 days to get 10 practices. So we'll practice 3 days a week and do agilities on the fourth day during that 15 days. But official practices can be 3 a week. Is that right?
Yes.
And the 10th practice will be the spring game that we'll try our best to do.
Gotcha.
Once we get to see who can participate, who's not playing baseball and all that. And, as we said, go do that. Go be great at that.
Yeah. All right, we got one more commercial break to take, and then when we come back, we've got Athletes of the Month and Athletes of the Week to give away. So we'll be back in just a second.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
Hands clacking, bats cracking, fans cheering. We're never slacking. Corner to corner, you know what we do. Representing hometowns all the way through. 4 counties, one voice, one goal. To lift the kids up and let the stories be told. From the bleachers to the field, it's all heart. We're more than a podcast, we're a community part. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean West, Adam, Daron on the beat. Mount Sterling made, where the love runs deep.
When you can't fit the car in the garage anymore, or the guest bedroom is overrun with junk, it's time for a Rumpke open-top dumpster. Rumpke offers open-top dumpsters in a variety of sizes and are often delivered the next day. You fill the container with unwanted material on your schedule, and Rumpke takes care of the rest. Don't wait to reclaim your space. Contact the Waste and Recycling experts at Rumpke today. Rumpke, Waste and Recycling, done right.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
It was 2 seconds, Wes.
He did give you 2 seconds. I was going down through this comments. There's a couple of comments I want to read. There was a comment on here that it's gone for some reason, but there was a lady with the last name of Ray that said "Go Packers." So I was like, "Uh-oh."
Hey, you know what the difference between the Bears and the Packers are this week?
This week?
Or the difference between the Bears and the Packers? The Bears have a game that's coming up.
Oh, no.
You know what the difference in the Bears and the Packers are this time next year? The
Bears will still have a game.
Not have a game this year.
But I mean, some of the comments down through here. I mean, Nathan Mead was saying, been around coaches a couple of weeks now, and they're some great guys. McNabb middle school football players are excited for them in the high school. love the involvement. JJ Toy, love the involvement at the youth level, something we've been needing. And then Misty Dove Gibson said, Moco, get on board. This staff will work their tails off for the program, support them in every opportunity. Congrats, coaches. As you say, go be great. So, you know, we've had some good numbers tonight, and you know it's obvious that the community is getting behind you.
Yeah, they wanted to see what he was all about. Like they didn't know.
Well, I'm excited. They're excited.
Yep.
I'm not speaking for them, but we've since we came into this community, people have opened their arms, and it's a good feeling.
So, one off the wall question here: did you coach Cash?
Yeah, I did.
And Cash just was in the OVW Royal Rumble last night for the first time. Yeah,
Where was that at?
I guess that was in Louisville. It was one of their bigger pay-per-views. Cash did his. It wasn't his debut, but it was kind of one of his bigger spots he's had with OVW so far.
He was into wrestling.
He has made the change because, you know, NFL didn't work out. He's been doing some things, and he has. You can tell he has recommitted to his body because, my goodness, he is a massive man at this point.
Yeah.
And he is he's getting ready to make this OVW thing a real deal.
Cash is a unique guy. You know, Cash used to. I'd drive him. I lived in the same subdivision with him when he was younger, so he would ride to practice and back from practice with me. He's came to my house. This is the thing people don't know about Cash. Cash was the guy that he would come to the house and say, "Leave the weight room key under the mat so he could go work out," you know, and he would do that at 12 o'clock at night. And, you know, Cash was, you could tell he was going to be really good at it.
If anybody doesn't know, we're talking about Cash Daniels that played college football at Kentucky, played high school football at Paintsville.
Yeah. And
he's done some credit union commercials.
He has.
You know.
Oh, he's definitely he likes to speak out there. He does a good job at that.
I mean, it kind of falls hand in hand with what he's good at, what seems like on the mic, and being charismatic. And I mean,
maybe we can use our connections.
I mean, you know, maybe
get Cash to do some charity stuff.
We started as a wrestling podcast, so
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this all started from wrestling. So it was
from early on. He always had that wrestling, you know, was in his DNA. What he felt like he wanted to do, and he would talk about that stuff. But he was fun to coach for sure.
That's fantastic. So, all right, well, we got a little bit of work to do here, and then we'll wrap up with coaching the guys here. First of all, let's start off with our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week from last week. None other than...
I'm going to be murdered for this. So just so y'all know, this will be my last show. Peyton Burgess. Got all kinds of little P's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Friend of the show. Peyton's been on the show numerous times.
I asked her mom, I said, send me the most embarrassing picture you got, and she sent me those 4. I have no idea what she's doing, and drop kicking somebody.
Yeah.
Probably a referee.
That's funny. Well, congratulations to Miss Peyton Burgess for being our Simply Secured Athlete of the Week. She has been on an absolute tear this season, averaging a high double-double in basketball, like close to 19 points and a little over 16 rebounds a game.
17.
17 rebounds a game.
As he knows.
So she has been all over it. So I remember we talked last week that she literally had the most points and rebounds that I had typed into this little lineup here in the time that we've been doing this. So it was that was pretty impressive. So
it was 72 points and
yeah, it was up there.
Jamie just said she's going to kill you, honestly.
All right, and then so this week's nominees for our Simply Secured Athlete from Montgomery County, Miss Addie Terry. She had 42 points, 5 rebounds, and 10, yes, count them, 10 3-pointers in one game.
I'm glad you said that. Don't mean to interrupt you completely, but I just wanted to say she had 42 points. They were playing Nicholas County.
Yeah.
Maggie Simons had 49 points.
Yeah.
And I just got a note that she just became Nicholas County's all-time leading scorer during a game that they're playing in right now versus Paris, right? With 2,672 points. As a junior.
Wow.
Yeah, so congratulations
Congratulations there to Maggie for sure.
The final score to that
out of there.
Final score to that game was 87-81.
Yeah.
But the final score between those two was 49-42.
Yeah, it was like that old school Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins game, back and forth. So that was awesome for sure. From GRC, Ryder Atkins. 56 points, 11 rebounds in 3 games last week. Menifee County, JC Jevedon, 55 points, 11 rebounds in 2 games. And then from Bath County, Addie Metz had 15 points and 6 rebounds in 2 games there. So that graphic will drop on Wednesday, so we can start looking at our Mays Law Office's People's Champ. And then, of course, that is our nominees for next week's Simply Secure Athlete of the Week.
Speaking of People's Champ, we don't want to skip over that after we did the
right.
And I didn't notice it wasn't written down, so I went and just checked the votes.
It's been close all day long, so that's why I did not type it down.
It's been 10 to 20 all day long, but it did end up being Cooper Cox from Bath County.
Yeah. So, okay. There you go.
So, congrats to Cooper Cox.
Yeah, for sure on that part of it. Since we're in Bath County, let's just stay there for our Rumpke's Dog of the Week.
Dog of the Week.
We had Eva-Lee Brewer. Eva-Lee Brewer. She finished first place for Bath County Female Wrestling, the first time in school history that a female wrestler finished first. So, just so happens to be Coach Brewer's daughter.
That's what I was going to say. Just so happened it's bodybuilder / head coach.
Yeah. So congratulations there to Evelyn there for being our Rumpke Dog of the Week. And then we have, of course, our EJ's Appliances Montgomery County Cool Play of the Week. And that is this clip. Nice little up and under there by Mr. Tice Jarvis.
Some good video work.
Yeah, it was. It was right there on the baseline.
I don't know who did that.
I don't either.
I did it.
But that was our EJ Appliances Cool Play of the Week. EJ's?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got to pick up the flyer and read you about EJ's. EJ's Appliance Repair, 859-251-3571. EJ's Appliance Repair, calling for all your repair needs. Or, if you can't repair it, he can get you a new one.
Yep, absolutely. All right, one more thing. We've got our December Athletes of the Month that we want to make sure that we do. So we'll start in Menifee County. Brent Wehunt, Kentucky Farm Bureau Athlete of the Month, our Athletes of the Month, was Miss Peyton Burgess, who is averaging a double-double. We talked about that earlier. And then Brody Parks, on the boys' side of the basketball, is leading the team in points on the season.
He also was selected for
Team USA.
I guess Team USA to play in, was it Italy?
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, to play in Italy for his age group. So.
And she's working on sponsors to get us to go with them.
Right.
She said she is. I don't know if she'll come through or not.
If she can grab another $40,000 to take us with us, why not, right?
I'm free in the summer.
Yeah. Jacobs Vision Center, Athlete of the Month here in Montgomery County. Mason Hatfield from the bowling team, who is basically averaging over a 200 the entire season, has been at the top of his game in every tournament that they have been in. And then Addie Terry, averaging over 20 points a game for Montgomery County Lady Indians. Our Swartz Mowing and Swartz Pipeline Athletes of the Month in Bath County. Isaac Ulrey leading the team in points and rebounds. And then Evelyn
Say
Brewer.
it right.
Yeah, same thing. First place finish for Bath Female in Wrestling. I felt like that just kind of like garnered that dog mentality. But, you know, we had her on there for the one, so I gave her both. And then Mays Law Office's Athlete of the Month for GRC. Malachi Ashford scored his 2,000th point, career point. And then Bailey Fletcher, another female wrestler, she had 2 wrestling wins and 1 second place in the month of December. So awesome job there for all of those athletes. Loving that part for sure. What's coming up this week? It's a big week. It's rivalry week on a lot of the home. Well, basically the 2 biggest ones, right? We got Montgomery County and GRC here on the 15th, which is I believe Thursday, and then Menifee County travels to Bath County Friday night for their boy-girl doubleheader in Bath County. So where are we going to be this week? We're going to be here on Tuesday night. We've got a doubleheader. It's a 3-team doubleheader. It's kind of weird. The girls will kick it off at 6 o'clock versus Menifee County, and then the boys will play Pendleton County after that. Thursday, we've got the GRC boy-girl doubleheader here, and then Friday, our Bath County boys that were on the show last week will make their debut at Bath County on Friday night. Well, that's our plan anyways. If the computer comes in and we get everything set up. But that is our plan, that BA and Andrew will be on the call Friday night for the Menifee County, Bath County boy-girl doubleheader at Bath County. So pretty excited about those guys joining the team and helping us expand our area. We are totally down for expanding further. If we've got some folks in Menifee County that would like to help out, if we got folks in GRC that want to call some games and do that, we're still looking for more help as we try to grow this team, and we'll even still take more help over here at the at Moco because it's going to take an army.
Because
to try
Carolyn
to cover all these.
can only be here so much.
Caroline.
Caroline.
Yeah, she can only be here so much. That is true. So,
gentlemen, look no further. This young man at the end of the table has play calling experience.
He does.
Okay.
He does.
He's called multiple years of the basketball.
He just signed you up.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Put him on the payroll.
Just to update, Moco Menifee JV is playing as we speak. And I don't have a score update other than a few minutes ago Menifee was winning. I'm still waiting on an actual score. So.
Gotcha. Hey, Jared Gambrel, find us a direct plug if you can in Bath County. That would be very helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Sean, what's coming up next week?
So next week there will not be a show.
What?
Yeah, no show.
Why not?
I try to get people there.
Yeah.
But there's bigger things to do.
There is bigger things.
We have
to
to
do.
have a 2-week. We have to have a week hiatus.
Yeah.
I asked for a week, a night off. I didn't mean everybody take the night off. I just said me.
Yeah. This is going to be our last episode on Main Street.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to say that. I thought you were just going to keep it secret.
No, we're just
obviously not now.
We're just going to throw that out there. So this is our last episode here on Main Street. We are on the move. Thanks to everybody for the support. Love being down here on Main Street. But our paycheck does not love being down here on Main Street. So so we're moving. It's going to be
we're like the Jeffersons.
Yeah, we're moving on up. So we're going to be up there in the little shopping center close to Hardee's. So we've got some work we got to do. We got to get all this stuff packed up and moved. and just literally not enough time to do it in 5 days, plus calling basketball games and everything else. So we're going to take next week off, and then we will be back on the 26th from the brand new studio. And that show we will have the Rowan County athletic director, brand new, and he's hoping to have his brand new football coach by then as well. So, so we're going to expand the territory a little bit and grab some folks from Rowan County.
How far can you pan out there, Darren?
What are you trying to grab?
I just want to see how far. It's been great being down here. It's been great being able to decorate up the put up the jerseys and coach's corner with the. But
that's the best shot I can get.
But just wait.
Yeah.
Just
big surprises coming in.
Just wait.
Yeah.
This has been great. Just wait.
Right.
Hey,
we do everything for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Wes
literally had to beg me to move because I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to pack up.
I said burn it.
Yeah. So
the landlord said no.
Darren's face went, what?
Right.
I said burn it, and the insurance company and the landlord had a problem with that.
All right. Well, guys, thank you all for coming and spending some time with us. Thanks for letting us kill an extra 15, 20 minutes there. We're excited that you guys are here. We're excited to get football going again. You know, it sounds like we've got some kids that are excited too. So who knows? Maybe you'll be above 70 by the time fall rolls around. Right?
Or 80.
Yeah, or 80.
Or 120.
Yeah.
I love it. Thanks for having us. It means a lot that you all invited us to come here and, spend a little bit of time during basketball season on football. So we appreciate that. Yeah. And anytime you all want us back, just give us a call.
Well, we'll definitely have you back prior to the football season. We try to let the head coaches have the season, and then we kind of get them on before the season and after the season because we don't want to interfere any kind of seasonal stuff. So we already went through all of our basketball coaches, so now we're doing some football stuff. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty laid back, so anytime I'm pretty flexible.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Well, guys, there you have it for another episode of the From Corner to Corner podcast. Thanks again to Community Trust Bank for being the sponsor of our coaches show and helping us with our studio. As always, thank you to all of our sponsors. Without you guys, it's not possible. We're super excited to show you the new place in a couple of weeks, and be able to hopefully expand some territories and stuff this year. And I'm looking really forward to what we've got coming up here in the future. So we will again not see you next week. We will be back on the 26th, but tomorrow night, get to the arena, the girls and boys doubleheader. And if you're not there, you can watch us on Huddle Fan and on Facebook. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.